Hi friends, welcome back to Pharmamitra channel. Today we are here with the new tips and tricks that come under the tablet that coming under manufacturing part, as well as we include some tips that come from the inorganic chemistry part related to some tips that may be help you in your competitive exams. So let's start the journey. Today we are focusing on the formulation of tablet, especially on the type of excipient included here. This is very important for the competitive exam because you may get one or two questions from this part by knowing the concentration, the trade name for particular lubricant, adherent, etc. And you get a number of questions, and this is also important for the theory purpose and also helpful for the PG students while formulation. While doing the project work, you may get confused. What are the ingredients or excipient that may included in your formulation? For that, you want to know what are the purpose of each and every ingredient or excipient you want to use in the manufacture. Also, this may be helpful in the case of industrial purpose also. So we can go through the excipient first of all. First of all, what is lubricant? Lubricants are simply the agents which are used to reduce the friction. Lubricants are mainly used in case of tablet constituent, that is, to reduce the friction between the constituent and between the diode. This case is used during the compression as well as ejection. So lubricants are added to reduce simply for reduced friction. So what are the best example for the lubricant you know? These are the example for water soluble lubricant. In the competitive exam, you may ask for the concentration name. What is example? For example, what is the percentage of water soluble lubricant used, especially in case of sodium oxide? You want to mention the particular percentage among various options. So you want to know what is the concentration range. Note this, normally lubricant having a concentration range between 1 to 5 and mainly use lubricant having a range around 5. Note boric acid having the percentage as 1 and SLS and MLS having the percentage starting from 1 to 5 and MLS 1 to 2, and whereas the other lubricant like sodium benzoate, sodium oleate and sodium acetate having a concentration or percentage weight by weight as 5%. So note that the almost having the percentage around 5, note and find it out from the option. The main used lubricant are sodium benzoate and SLS, and also MLS are used. So SLS is sodium lauryl sulfate and MLS, that is magnesium lauryl sulfate, which are used in tablet formulation to reduce the friction while compression. In the previous slide, we discussed about the soluble lubricant. Now we are moving to the insoluble lubricant. And now the difference previous soluble lubricant. The example for insoluble lubricants are stearate, that is magnesium stearate, calcium stearate and sodium stearate. Not the concentration, because stearate concentration and talc concentration may get confused and asked in the previous competitive exam, especially for the pharmacist exam. Not the concentration, it is 0.25% to 1% in stearate and talc 1 to 2%. And this stearate reduce the tablet strength, which will prolong the disintegration. So it is used as a lubricant. Second case, in the case of talc, which is insoluble but not hydrophobic, moderately effective. Compared to talc, the stearates are used as effective lubricant. Going to the liquid paraffin, up to 5% we want to increase the concentration to act as a lubricant, but there is a dispersion problem in case of liquid paraffin. Other insoluble lubricant example is Combritol R 888, which is the trade name. It is chemically glyceryl dibihennate. It will act both as a lubricant and a binder. Its concentration is 1 to 5%. Next excipient is anti-adherents or anti-adherents. These are included to prevent sticking to the punches and die balls. Example of anti-adherent are talc, magnesium stearate, and cornstarch, which will act as an excellent anti-adhesive. The scientist vegan also suggested the silicon oil as anti-adherent. I included because in some exam there's a question if silicon oil is an example for anti-adherent, as it is included in the category by the scientist vegan. As we already discussed, this is the list of anti-adherents, not the percentage and not which are the excellent one. Talc and cornstarch found to be effective or excellent anti-adherents, not the concentration. The 1 to 5 percentage is enough for talc to work as anti-adherents. In the case of cornstarch, its concentration is 3 to 10 percentage, and D-leucine also acts as an excellent anti-adherent. Going to the colloidal silica, its concentration is 0.1 to 0.5 percentage only, but it does not satisfactorily show any effect, but it has slight effect due to small surface area. The carboxyl R and siloid R are the trade names which are used as anti-adherents for colloidal silica. Other example of anti-adherents are sodium lauryl sulfate and stearate. Its concentration is less than 1. In this, sodium lauryl sulfate is a water-soluble lubricant, and the stearate that is also having the percentage less than 1, but it is an anti-adherent with water insoluble lubricant. Note the difference SLS and stearate. If any question asked, you may not get confused. I am repeatedly telling because not the reading colored portion. It is important for the theory as well as committee exam, not the point. Next is glidant. Glidants are added to the formulation to improve the flow property. By asking a question about glidant, the flow property is related. So you must come the flow property related to glidant come into the mind first. And the other case related to the glidants are which will help to fit the powder into the die cavity and also help in the particle rearrangement at the early stages of compression. These are the details related to the glidant. Simply, glidants are added to improve the flow property of the material. Today we are focusing on the formulation of tablet, especially on the type of excipient included here. This is very important for the competitive exam because you may get one or two questions from this part by knowing the concentration, the trade name for particular lubricant, adherent, etc. And you get a number of questions, and this is also important for the theory purpose and also helpful for the PG students while formulation. While doing the project work, you may get confused. What are the ingredients or excipient that may. In case of binder otherwise known as adhesive, are the substance which will promote the cohesiveness. Cohesive means that is the similar particle or cohesive will come attract each other, and it is utilized for converting our powder form material into the granule. This is helpful in the time of granulation, that is converting our powder product into the granule. We want a binder. For that, we want to control the flow property. For that, simply we want to compress our powder into convert into a compact mass by applying a particular pressure. So simply binders promote cohesiveness by converting into granule form as well as by compressing into a compact mass. That is happening simply in the granulation process. So these two objectives are obtained by adding this binder to the tablet. These are the examples for the binders, sucrose. This slide give you the sugar content. The natural binders are available in that sugar category. Also the synthetic and semi-synthetic polymer, because this binders may come across during your formulation, you may get confused what is a sugar moiety. So I just included that. First of all, coming under the sucrose, the binder available, natural binder available is acacia, and the synthetic available is methyl cellulose. From the liquid glucose, many binders are available: tragacan, gelatin, starch base, pre-gelatinase starch ester, alginic acid cellulose. In the case of synthetic or semi-synthetic, we can go through the ethyl cellulose, hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose, hydroxypropyl cellulose either, sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, polyvinyl pyrrolidine, polyethylene glycol ester, polyvinyl alcohol ester, and polymethacrylate. So you should know these are the examples of binder and memorize this. Normally the cellulose derivatives are the examples of binder. So note this: HPMC and HPMC, SCMC, polyvinyl alcohol, not this example binder. Going to the characteristic of the commonly used binder, first of all, note the concentration, that is starch base. It is freshly prepared, 5 to 25% weight by weight is required to act as a binder. In case of pre-gelatinized starch, that is 5 to 10%, it contains 5% free amylase, 15% amylopectin, and in 80% unmodified starch. Going to the HPMC, it percentage 2 to 5% weight by weight. It uses a binder in case of not wet as well as dry granulation. In case of PVP, that is polyvinyl pyrrolidine, its concentration needed is very low, 0.5 to 5% is effective. Not, it is soluble in both water and alcohol, can be used in wet granulation process. This PVP is mainly used in case of preparation of binding chewable tablet preparation. And next binder for example is polyethylene glycol 6000, 10 to 15% is needed. It is used as a meltable binder. Not example for a meltable binder is polyethylene glycol. This slide as a whole is very important because this is example for direct compression binders. We are not much familiar with this direct compression binder. Amisyl may be knowing. The Amisyl come under the category MCC. pH 101 is the trade name or mention category name of this Amisyl. Other direct compression binders are SMCC, that is silicified microcrystalline cellulose. The expansion given in the down portion of the slide, and Unipure DW is there. This Unipure is a partially pre-gelatinized cornstarch or maize starch that may swell in cold water and develop as a binder while the compression time. And Unipure LD is that is low density starch. DC lactose is an example, that is dibasic calcium. And finally DI tab. Not this DI tab and Amisyl are the example of direct compression binder, and Unipure related to the direct compression binder, not the difference. You may not confuse SMCC and MCC. SMCC is the best example for the direct compression binder. By this we are winding the tablet session, and remaining part will come in the next section because continuously taking one part may get bored to you. So we can go through the synonyms and the common names because this portion is important in the competitive exam as well as for a Viva voice, because this may ask what is Stacking solution or Rochelle salt. You may find this word in your fingertips. So start the study with me. First one, Rochelle salt, that is sodium potassium tartrate is Rochelle salt. And not, I mentioned the first three related to the sodium category, that is Rochelle salt, Dakin solution, and global salt. Normally salt form are related to sodium as well as magnesium, and Roche salt is sodium potassium tartrate, and Dakin solution sodium hypochlorite, global salt sodium sulfite, whereas magnesium sulfate is Epsom salt. So not get confused, global sodium sulfite, Epsom salt, magnesium, Epsom. The sound is the Epsom, related to magnesium sulfate. Note this similarity in the word and find out the option of the Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate. If you have a question like this, what is china clay? It is simply heavy kaolin, whereas gypsum is calcium sulfate, not calomel. Because this calomel is important and asked for the exam, it is mercurous chloride, not mercurous chloride. And china clay is heavy kaolin, whereas soft clay is bentonite, and our talc is simply French chalk and not alum. Alum word, so its content is potassium aluminium sulfate. Next is hypo. Hypo. What is hypo? It is sodium thiosulfate. Precipitated chalk is calcium carbonate, slacked lime, calcium hydroxide, bleaching powder, chlorinated lime. Whereas what is Barrow solution? It is aluminium acetate solution. Laughing gas, nitrous oxide, tear gas or sulfide carbon. Sulfide gas is chlorobenzene malonyl. Iodine tincture. You may get confused iodine tincture and Lugol solution. Not weak iodine solution is iodine tincture and Lugol solution is aqueous iodine solution. Pitt asked for knockout drops. May get confused. What is that? It is chloral hydrate. Washing soda, sodium carbonate, whereas sodium bicarbonate is baking soda. Baking bicarbonate. Caustic soda, sodium hydroxide. By this, we come to the end of the session. Hope each slide will be helpful for you for the preparation for the competitive exam. Let's prepare together and crack our competitive exam and be masters in your theory knowledge. Thank you for watching. Thank you once again.